All right, no problem. So the the issue is that some people are just joining and going back, joining and going back. So it's affecting the recording class, the recording. So please, so maybe I'll lock the group now. I think I've stayed enough for people that are supposed to join. All right, so we are good now. So welcome to our data analysis class. It's going to be going for 2 weeks, and we'll be learning the basics in data analysis. So, all right, can we all see my screen?
No,
Yes, we can see. Go
All
ahead.
right. Thank you so much.
no, no, I'm not seeing your screen.
It's from your side then. It's from your side.
Okay, I can see it now.
Yes, I'm also connected, so I can see the feedback. So I just want to confirm from every other person. All right, so welcome to Franova Tech Bootcamp. Grrr, drum rolling. All right, so the initiative came after some period of time I've spent in tech. I think I started tech officially last 2 years, and since then the journey has been very, very interesting. So this is not to say those people that are not diving into tech fully, they don't have a role to play in this. No, but I'm just trying to say how this came up. So I think the first course I did was HTML and CSS, and it was organized by a Muslim sister. It was a free training, something like this. Exactly. I just follow a template, something like this. But mine, I did not crystallize mine that it is mainly for Muslim because it was a free training for Muslim. But I joined actually, and I wasn't a Muslim, and it was a very, very sweet one. It was a very, very sweet one. So after a while, I came with the same initiative under Franova Tech, and thank God it's reality today. Okay, so welcome to data analysis class by Amala Pablo Francis. You can follow Franova Tech. You can follow me too on every of the social media platform. It's still the same thing: Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, whichever one. Please follow and subscribe. Okay. Now, I don't want to waste much of our time. I believe so much in practical than theory. So, but then there's need for every of this. What is data analysis? What is data analysis? Or what is data? Data analysis is a combination of two words, data and analysis. So let's break it down to a simpler form. That what is data? I said here that data is any form of information that can be processed. Data is any form of information that we can derive insight from. Any form of information, it might be text. If I just go about, I think everybody that click the link, I will ask you what is your name, and that is an information. So across the universe, generally, there are a lot of data we send on daily basis. There are a lot of data we exchange on daily basis. We exchange data. We live with data. We live with data. We wake up with data. So data is just literally everywhere. So any form of information that can be processed. So I said it can be numbers, it can be text, it can be image, it can be video, even sounds can be processed. So what we are saying is that if a data set, or no, if we have any form of information about you, that information is data. I think that is clear enough. It can be numbers, text, image, videos, or even sound. Anything that carries information, anything that we can derive information from is known as data. I say, brother, what is the name of your phone? But I should tell everybody to go to the comment section now and type the type of phone they're using. That's information in alone. Do you get it? Do we get it? All right. Do we get it? Okay, that's very nice. Thank you. All right. So examples: student attendance record, social media, likes, bank transactions, or sales figures are all data. Now, what we are saying is that any form of record, any form of written text, any form of spoken words, any form of appearance can be classified as data. And I think it's not in this slide. We have, and that's why I said when you're joining the class, you should come with your writing materials, because there are some things I'll be saying that might not be on the slide. All right. We have structured and unstructured data. We have kind of data. We have structured and unstructured data. Structured data are those form of data that is organized. Structured data are those form of data that is organized. It is arranged. It is well documented. Okay, so someone is saying you can hear me. Is there anyone who cannot hear me? Am I clear? Can you all hear me? Okay, thumbs up. The person should connect again. If you can't hear me, connect again. Check your server. Do you have data? Do you have data? Okay. Okay. I think I was making a joke some days back. Someone was asking me that I'm always having subscription on my SIM. Like the word data, I'm always having data. I think, "Oh, what on my SIM?" And I was telling the person that I am a data analyst. Why won't I have data? You understand? So, but that's just outside the context of what we are discussing. So I was talking about structured and unstructured data. That structured data are those form of information that is well structured. Now, if you are working in an organization like a school now, gone are those days that you'll be keeping your record on through paper and pencil method. Gone are those days. Now you can, after this class, if that is your niche, you'll be able to create an automated sheet. Let me be careful of the word I use. Automated is deep. So it's great. You're going to create a sheet that once everyone in the school or every of the staff fill a form, it's going to link to that sheet. Once they fill a form, it's going to link to that sheet. That you don't even have to tell them no. Just all you have to do is just send the link to them. Once they fill the form, it's coming to your Excel sheet or Google Sheet, whichever one. And from there, you can just pick up the information you want instead of telling them that every single student register. You can just send every of the form link to their parents and they'll fill it. Likewise, your social media. I think I did a social media course sometimes back, and there is analysis done back end of every social media account. Even in the likes of LinkedIn will even help you. I think LinkedIn does it for you automatically and gives it to you that on this content you shared, that it is only so amount of people that has clicked on it, that has visited it. Likewise, Facebook too. It does the same thing at Facebook backend. Like there's a backend to Facebook. If you are using Facebook accounts or Instagram accounts, there's a backend, the meta part of it. All right. So every of these things, even your bank transactions. Last 4 months or 5 months, I did an analysis on my OP bank transactions, and I began to uncover some insights based on the analysis I did. I began to discover that I spent even more money on airtime than the one I used to subscribe for my data. Imagine. So different things, different insights came up as a result of that. So Structured data is a form of data that is well arranged. Unstructured data is a form of data that is scattered. Unstructured data is a form of data that it is not organized at all. You get it now? It can be scattered. It's very, very scattered. So when you bring out a Google form like the example I cited, and people fill it in, especially if you just put the Google form to public, to the general public. Some people will, in the part of date of birth, some people might go there and type 27th of May 20 something. Why some people will type 2 comma 03 comma 2025? You understand? So leaving the data that way to look messy and unstructured. Unstructured data just simply means the kind of data that is not well arranged. It is not, it is scattered. Then, or probably you went for an interview and they asked you to introduce yourself. Of course, you start by saying your name and probably what you do, the school you graduate from, and how you can help the company group like that. But at your introduction, you started by saying, um, good evening, everyone. I am from Osun State. I love eating rice. Rice used to be my best food. You understand? Now, even if you are going to say every of these things, which are not even necessary, the information is already unstructured. So that is unstructured data. I hope um making sense. I want emoji. All right, thank you. All right. So now, what is data analysis? What is data analysis? Data analysis is the process of collecting, cleaning, organizing, and interpreting data to uncover useful. I'm taking my time. Data analysis is the process of collecting, cleaning, organizing, and interpreting data to uncover useful insights and support decision making. Data analysis is the process of collecting. Now, data analysis starts from the collector. We have data surveyor. So the collector, we have the cleaning, we have the organizing, we have the interpreting, and we have the meaningful insights. The aim of analyzing your data, the aim of cleaning your data, the aim of visualizing your data is to uncover meaningful insights. If after the end, after you are done with every of the things you are doing with the data set, you cannot bring out any meaningful insights, then you've not done anything. So for those that will be taking this as their personal niche, for those that will be taking this as their personal niche, as you begin to receive job offers from different companies, their major task is that even when they didn't even tell you, most of them just tell you that clean this data set and help us make it better, make it more structured, or depending on their request. Outside their request, as a good data analyst, you must be able to say something, give them advice, suggestions based on the things you've uncovered through the data set. Okay, I'm going to cite a very simple example like the one I did on my OP records. So I went to my OP and download the history, the transaction history from January to June. I think I did it June or July, from January to June. Then when I was done with it, it was very, very messy. It was very, very messy, I can tell you. I had to clean. After cleaning, I had to organize it. Then the interpretation was that one, I spent my money more on core card than data subscriptions. Two is that the number of people I borrow money per day, like the number of people I borrow money per month, is actually way more than the money I'm even using to manage myself. So these are the insights I was able to uncover, and much more like that. So based on those analysis, if I'm going to do anyone, the one for December now, from July to December, it will definitely tell us that I actually intentionally did not do some things based on that information. So if you're a data analyst, or you are planning to become a data analyst, or you are in this space of data analysis, or you are in this class actually. So one of the major things is that you uncover insights. Uncover insights. Why is this thing like this? Why do we have higher value here? Why do you have lower value? Okay. So as data analysts, we create questions through our data, and we also find the answer. We did the same data. Every data set has a story. Our job is to ask the right question and uncover that story. So we create questions. Yes, of course, we create questions. When you look at data sets, you create questions through data sets. Then you answer the question you created. Then you begin to tell the story with that data set, that this data set is dealing with probably the number of, I think the last data set I worked on was people in hospital patients and the likes. And I was able to note that in that specific hospital, people, the number of females are actually way more than the number of male. And why? Probably, ladies get pregnant. Probably, I'm just saying. Get so that's that. Now we have a sorry type of data analytics. It's supposed to be type here. Okay. We have that type of data analysis. We have the exploratory data analysis. We have 5 types. Number one is exploratory data analysis. Exploratory data analysis. And what this does is the first step a data analyst takes after collecting data. It simply means getting to know the data. So moving forward, when you begin to work with different data sets, the first thing is that you must understand your data set. When I collect data sets from OPE, that kind of data set should be finances, should be finances. It's different from when I collect a data set from a ShopRite or a shopping mall. That kind of data set should be a sales data set. Huh? So if I collect from a school, should be a student performance. Do you understand now? So you must first of all understand your data set. And the question is that what can we discover? Once they give you a data set, before doing anything, just go through the sheet. Data set can come in different formats. It can come in CSV, it can come in PDF, and it can come in Excel format. And much more actually. It can come with different formats. So you must first understand the kind of data set you're working on. Okay. The next one is descriptive analysis. Descriptive analysis focus on what happened. Focuses on summarizing past data to understand what has already happened. Example, a teacher checks the average score of the student in a test. Okay, so if a teacher checks the average score of a student in a test, it's up to teacher to know what method to use for the exam. If he continue the way he's teaching, what will be the response of the student? So it helps the teachers to know how to go about it. So I like what you want to uncover is probably something predictive. We're supposed to talk about predictive actually. So you must check their past data sets and what they're having now. Difference between the two. Am I still on? I am not feedback now. All right, thank you. Thank you for feedback. All right, check the past data set and check the present data set. Check the past, check the present. Compare the two. What happened here? What happened? And what happened here? What did we do different here? So that is descriptive analysis. Descriptive analysis deals with what, and focus on checking the past data, comparing with the present. We have diagnostic analysis. Diagnostic analysis answer the question of why. Find reasons or causes behind past outcome. Explain if sales dropped in June. Diagnostic analysis check why. Maybe poor marketing or low stocks. It answered the question of what caused the change. Why? 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 Now, the first one is what happened. The second one is now why? Why? Why did we have this? We've discovered that okay, during January, our sales was massive. Now, July, the sales just drop drastically. What's going on? What's going on? Is it because now the question is why? We understand what happened is the sales drop. Why now is now like is it is it because this and this happened? Is it because we employed this so customer representative? Is it because and why is it like that? Why is it not constant? Why? So that's diagnostic analysis. It's answered the question of why. Why? Okay. You have predictive analysis. I think predictive should be the last. Okay, no. Yes, predictive should be the last. Yes, prescriptive. You have prescriptive analysis. Prescriptive analysis now. We understand why. What should we do? What should we do to ensure that these our sales can be the same? Probably January, probably because we run ads through all social media platform, or probably because January is the first month of the year, and what we are selling is something in line like gifts with that festive period. So should we change our product during other months? Then once it is festive period, we go back to the usual products we used to sell. What approach? Or probably we employed Mr. Gbadamosi, and since then Mr. Gbadamosi has brought massive sales. Before, Mr. Gbadamosi only worked for January, and since the time Mr. Gbadamosi left, the sales have dropped. What should we do? What should we do? Maybe we should go back to Mr. Gbadamosi and tell us, Mr. Gbadamosi, what is the strategy? What have you been doing? Or probably go back to Mr. Gbadamosi record tape. If it's an organization that takes videos of every of the activities that are happening. So go back to Mr. Gbadamosi. Mr. Gbadamosi, what's going on? Why are we here? What or study what he did throughout the way he communicates with customer, probably, probably. All right, so that is prescriptive. Last one, predictive. If every of orders have been answered, then we can predict that if we continue like this in the next future, this is our outcome. To a very considerable extent, if you get your data very, very right, you can predict at a very, very high level of certainty the outcome of an event. If I can get a data set of any organization last year or last 3 months consecutively, I run my analysis on that last 3 months, I'll be able to predict, I'll be able to tell what the problem was based on their data. I'll be able to tell why is it like that, why is it like that, and I'll be able to give suggestions and predictions if they follow the same like the suggestion I give. So that is what's predictive analysis. Now let me say this very well. A part of these analysis are done by data scientists. There is data analysts, there's data scientists, there are data engineers. So it's like projection. data analysis, data scientists, data engineers. So data analysis are the ones that does everybody can do every of it. So very considerable extent to and then come back again. Everyone can do the same thing to a very considerable extent. Now, a data analyst can also predict, but the prediction might be based on what he read. A data scientist are actually known for creating models. So once they create that models, you test it and see that it works. It will work. Like it will work once you follow the models. And models is not like suggestions, no. Models are written program language that once you input your data, is going to give you this. And data engineer are those people that deals with how data has been stored, the storeroom of data. Like, let me just continue. All right, I hope I'm making sense. All right, thank you. Data analysis processes. Okay, so we have processing, mm, analyzing data. Number one, collection, data collection. So how can we collect data? I think gone are those days that I think when I was writing my project that year, when I was in university, the method of collection of data then, I wish someone has told me. And there's a method like this. So was that I actually do it questionnaire. I don't know if there's any other person that does questionnaire. Questionnaire, we have the question. Then we go to schools, give it to students. We do a pre-test and a post-test. So pre-test is before we give you the teachings, because I did maths and education, by the way. So before we did give you the teachings, you will take this text without any knowledge, just answer it. Then after we give you another one. And I tell you, going through that long process before after getting it, and we have like about close to close to we have about close to I think 1990. That's it's now close to 180. Going over 180 paperwork, one after the other, start marking and going through and the likes is very, very stressful. It's very, very, very stressful. That's the method of collection, actually. That's the method of collection. So you have one-on-one question. You can go and meet the person, interview. Hello, how are you doing? What's your name? That's another method of collecting data. And we have the online method, the form. Can use your Google form. We can use your response. Probably I'm to analyze an individual social media account. So the analysis I'm doing is based on the response, based on the response, their response, based on their response. So you understand? So that's collection of data, the method of collection. Data exploration, I think I spoke about data exploration, is now understand the data set, understand it. Now you've collected, understand it. That this is it. This is what it means. This is what the data set. The data set is talking about those people that have disease, COVID-19, whichever one. I think data analysis actually legally came to Nigeria after COVID-19 or during COVID-19, actually. So we have data cleaning. Now, data cleaning is also related to data transformation. Data cleaning is like remove the irrelevant, no matter how you tend to set up your, apart from if you already have a structured way of collecting your data set in such a way that people cannot impute error. There's a way you can do it that once I give you a form, is what I want you to impute that you're going to input. I want you to input 10 letters. 10 letters. So you have to just put your name. It's only your name that can contain 10 letters. You put any other name, it's not going to. There's a way you can do it. So that's data cleaning. Data cleaning is removing. Okay, excess. I'm trying to check my time. Data cleaning is removing excess, removing irrelevant things that are not necessary. Checking if there's duplicates. You might post a form like twice, and a customer already filled the form like every time it comes. So once you know that this is the same customer, so I won't give your your analysis a wrong insight. So you have to just remove duplicates and do the needful. So every process of doing every of these things I'm saying is data cleaning. By the time you are doing the cleaning, you are transforming the data. By the time you are doing the cleaning process, you are transforming the data. The data set is being transformed. Then we have the data visualization. The reason why we do visualization is that if an organization give you a data set to analyze, you are going back there not with that same data set. Even if you are going back to them with the same data set, it is now in a more structured way. One and two, there's need for your visuals. It communicates well. So I think before we end this class, not this class, like the whole training, I would show you one of the visualization I did. We'll do one to do in this class. We should do one. Yes, we'll do one. We did during the training, during a training I had, and it helped to just visualize straight. I collected a data set of price of food commodities in Nigeria. 20 is it 2016? I can't remember vividly to 2020, and I discovered that the rate at which things speed up is massive. So it helps me visualize that even a layman comes, someone who is not interested in maths. You know, some people don't like numbers. Some people don't like numbers at all. They don't even like seeing numbers in their face. So someone who is not related to it can just come there and click. Once you click it, it understand. The person said that okay, 2025, as if our sales goes up, you will be seeing it visually. It went up. 2020, it goes down. Do you understand? So that's data visualization. Interpretation of decision. Now, the interpretation and decision making based on the person analyzing the data set, and it's based on the information the data is giving you. The data is giving you. Now, I'm saying all of this to say that if you are going into, we have different type of analysts. We have different type of analysts. We have research analysts. We have business analysts. So you can still pick your own niche, but data analysis is like a general name for everything. So after this course, you can now dive that. Okay, I want to focus on agriculture. You can now be an agricultural analyst. So all you deal with is food, about farm animals or crops. So you must understand the in-depth. Must understand the in-depth before you can make decisions, before you can make suggestions about that. Okay. All right. Now we have to use in data analysis. We have Microsoft Excel. We have Power BI. Microsoft Power BI. We have our SQL. If you don't have Microsoft Excel, please go and get it. You will need it. And if you are unable to get it, no problem. So where possible extent, you can still use Google Sheets, but it's not as flexible. It's not as flexible. But some of the this thing are not the same actually. Because it's safer when you just have Microsoft Excel. And Google Sheets will be using your data. Someone mic on, please. There should be our mic. Right, we are good. All right. So we have SQL. SQL. This Microsoft Excel is used for every of the cleaning process and the likes. This guy is also used. Every one of them is used for cleaning process. Microsoft Excel is used for visualization. Power BI is also used for visualization, but SQL is not used for visualization. SQL is used to undo large data sets. You have a very, very large data set. Can use SQL to run the analysis, the cleaning process. All right. So, importance of data analysis, informed decision making. I think every of these things I've discussed it during the classes. So, identifying trends and patterns, improving efficiency, predicting futures outcome, enhancing customer satisfaction. Yes, yes. Which I think for those of us that has other things in Temu and the likes, I think some people are even afraid of Temu because I think what came to us first in Nigeria here was the fake part. Like this thing is fake, it's not real. Don't order. I think I actually like ordering things from Temu. I don't know why. Because I think if you know your way around it, I can see the smiling emoji. If you know your way around it, you would actually get the real commodity actually. Actually, you yourself, we Nigerians were actually very funny. You will see things like a generator, then you'll be seeing 10,000 naira. And people will actually pay. You're expecting them to bring generator for it for 10,000 naira. Imagine. It's not possible. But then you're not telling me that they bring the carpet that you are supposed to put the gen. Or they bring a toy gen. That's it. That's what you paid for. Yeah. So that's it. Actually, so if you use app like Tem Jumia, they they cherish their feedback. Even Play stores, Microsoft stores, they cherish their feedback. Their feedback is very important. Like this class, I even cherish the feedback more than the class itself. The feedback is very, very important. Very, very important. Likewise, in every of your organization, wherever you're working, please always ensure that you get feedback. Let people comment. Let people say something about you're doing. Let natural people who are not biased. If you talk to your friend, they're going to support you. They're going to say tell good words. I think this morning when I woke up, I was waiting for feedback, and I went to ChatGPT. I think ChatGPT, my ChatGPT actually knows me to very considerable extent, actually. And I told it, I know you are very positive. I know you are programmed to say positive things about me. But tell me, what are those things you think I need to work on? And I highlighted a lot of things. I was like, okay, beautiful. And that's a very, very good feedback. There's need for feedback. So that feedback can be analyzed, can be used to say that if you've visited Netflix recently, my brother was telling me that there are some movies that are no more in Netflix. Why? Because the feedback they're getting from it is no more there. He was telling this one that there are some movies that are no more in Netflix. Like, because of the feedback. If all I do is that I have a sales platform that you as a seller post your goods and people purchase it. And for the past 2 years, your goods have not been selling. There's no point posting your good. I'll just remove you because you're even actually consuming a particular space. So that's it. There is need for what feedback actually. Measuring performance. Yes, you can use to measure performance probably in any organization you work in. You can use the data there to measure that this person is actually doing the best. This person is not doing enough. This person is careless. This person is a late comer. This person is whichever insight you want to drive. You can create a data set structured at that center. Then you get the reduce risk. Yes, if you get enough data sets, you'll be able to reduce risk, reduce how people make mistakes. You'll be able to reduce it. Innovations, yes, you'll be able to get innovations, suggestions, support research, enhance decision speed, enhancing decision speed. So the speed at which you make decisions will not be rapid. All right. So thank you so much for your time. I think thank you, Jesus. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you so much for your time. We are done with the class. Please. So the next few minutes. Oh, wow. Thank you, Jesus. I want to feedback, questions. So I'll stop sharing now.
Sorry,
All
please,
right. Please
mine
one
is
after
not
the other. Please let's
important.
make it. Let's make it
My network was a bit bad.
organized. Please let's make it organized. All right. Miss Peace, you're saying something.
Yeah, I said, I'm sorry, mine is not a question. My network was a bit bad. I don't know if I can, because I missed some parts. So, is there a way I can get the record of this?
Yes, yeah, I'll send the recording of today's class to the group. No problem about that.
Oh,
All right, thank you.
all right.
Okay,
Thank
Jennifer, please.
Okay, good evening, sir.
Good
Thank
evening,
you
how
so
you
much
doing?
for the. Yeah,
All right.
you said something about SQL being only for large data sets or
Okay,
mainly for large data sets.
okay,
Can you
okay,
use it for collection and exploration, or is just for analyzing or transformation?
okay. So SQL can be used for both simple or complex data sets. But I'm saying that I think sometimes ago someone sent a data set to me when I was still very, very new in data analysis. So and the data set was so voluminous that my Excel was actually hanging. Though the version of Excel I was using then was not the version of Excel I'm using now. So it was lagging. It was not even hanging. It's not popping up. And what I should have done then was to take it to SQL and do my analysis. So later on, I later discovered that every of these data set can be done in SQL seamlessly. So you can carry out every of your analysis too on SQL seamlessly, like peacefully. Every of your analysis, apart from visuals. So every meaningful insight you want to derive, you can get it on SQL. So do you get it, Jennifer?
Yes.
The only
Okay.
limitation of SQL is visuals. You cannot visualize using SQL.
Okay. Thank you, sir. I have one more question.
All right.
You talked about unstructured data and
Yes.
structured data,
Yes.
but you didn't really give us an example about structured data. You were talking about your bank transaction with OPay. Is that
Okay.
an example of structured data or unstructured?
Okay. Thank you. Thank you for that question. My bank transaction is a structured data because it has a role and column. Sorry, I am hearing visuals or ritual. It's visuals you are hearing, not ritual. So my my bank data set is structured because it has rows and column and because it is organized. Do you understand now? Unstructured data is any form of data that is not organized. That is not organized. I think I give an example that if they ask you, you're an interviewer at an interview, and they ask you to introduce yourself, and you start by saying that my favorite food is yam and egg. I love playing football. In fact, I played number 11. Then my name is, you're not there to do comedy. So that for information is unstructured. Even if those information are necessary to whatever you are given, your intro was unstructured. It was scattered. Jennifer, do you get that?
Yes, sir. Thank
All
you,
right,
sir.
thank you. All right. Sunday Miracle. Can we have you? Sunday Miracle.
All right. Good evening, sir.
Okay. Good evening. How are you
Thank
doing?
you. I'm fine. Thank you for the explanation. But I want to know the differences between a data scientist and a data analyst. And also, I want to know if it's possible for someone to be a data scientist without being a data analyst. Also, please, one last one is there a way we can get the latest version of Excel without paying? If you know any way, I will appreciate that too.
Okay, let me start with a data analyst and a data scientist. So, what data analyst does majorly is to get data sets, clean it, and give visuals to it majorly. Now, I've done series of data analysis courses and I've done series of data scientist courses. You want to say something, Sunday?
Okay, I would love to hear the tools for the data scientists as well. I'm listening,
Okay, all
sir.
right, all right, all right. So, the data analyst use majorly Tableau, SQL, MySQL, whichever one, Postgre, whichever one. Just get the basic tools you want to use and be master at it. It's not compulsory you know all the tools. In fact, you cannot know all the tools with the same level of excellency. That's data analysis. Data scientist is that they get the clean data from a data scientist and create models. Now, models are like, how will I put it? Models are, okay, let me use an example. Let me use an example. An example is a school that what they do is that they run different transactions. Okay, they employ teachers and teachers teaches. The analysis is based on the performance of the student. So who they employ data analysis to come there, get the information about the students and their performance to rate the teachers. Are you getting it now? So the
Yes, I
teacher will
am.
state their teaching method. We will compile it with their performance, their rate. You understand? So data scientist comes in and creates a model that we work for all teachers, that if all the teachers can follow this model, we will have the same amount of results. Do you get it?
Yeah, I
Now,
get.
and the tools used for data scientists is Python majorly, Python, SQL, Python and SQL. So, and it deals
Okay.
with more of written codes than the normal English text. It's actually still English text, but then you understand what I'm saying? These are more of
Yeah.
written codes than, so that's it. And it also does, they do visualization, oh,
Even
but you
for you to
cannot see.
become a data,
i-
how being a data analyst.
Is it possible for you to become a data scientist without, you must have the idea of data analysis analyst. You must, if you, even if you don't want to be, you must have. When I took data scientist course, it was through 3MTT program. I don't know if you have heard of it. It was through the 3MTT. I was already into data analysis. I knew that if I should go for data analysis, I would just be stopping the class, and I don't want it. I want something that will push me. So I actually took my time to go for data scientists, and I discovered that there are way more, a lot of things. They build charts too. They build charts, but they don't build dashboard. The beauty of a data analysis is one that build dashboards, but data scientists is, and they don't do small data sets. They deal with a very large data sets. All right, have I answered your question?
Yes, you have. Thank you
All
very
right,
much.
thank you so much. We again is the faith. Faith. Can we have a faith? Faith, I see on the call. Faith. Okay, I don't know. Okay, faith. Okay. Do you still have any question? I think we are done. So the class is free, totally free. But we'll be paying for certificate. And the certificate is just 8,000 naira. Just 8,000 naira. You can make your payments anytime you want to make it. Just reach out to me. You can message the number, reach out. So this next week, that's Monday to Friday. We're having our class Monday, Wednesday, Friday, the same time, 7 p.m. Please do it to join before. Faith, are you ready for your question? I've been calling you. Faith, Winfried, I think. Faith, I see that. Someone is asking a question on the chat comment. What's the question, please? What's the difference between what? Let me check. Faith, I've been calling you. Difference between data analysis and analytics. Okay, that should have been your assignment, the task for today's actually. So I won't answer that. I'll give us as a task to do that. But they are very related. They are very related. They are very related. Like they're very related. So that'll be our task. We'll talk about it first thing on the call. The next class, please. well too. So, or should I just answer it? Let me just answer it. All right. So, data analysis is what I spoke about. It's the process of cleaning and transforming data and the likes. Then, data analytics is a broader field that includes data analysis. Who is this? Because there's ChatGPT. Of course, you can ask ChatGPT, but then the explanation might not be the same. Actually, the explanation might not be the same. So, data analysis majorly focus on everything I've said, but data analytics focus on the predictive part. Do you get it? Predictive part. So, as a data analyst, they believe you've undergone the truth, that you understand the truth, you can do the truth. And the predictive part is also to a very considerable extent, not as data scientist. I hope I've answered. For the information, you can ask ChatGPT. Thank you. All right. So, like I said, the payment is 8K. You got to make a payment. You can make a payment now. And this next week is free. It's totally free for everybody. But the upper week is going to be for only those people that have paid for it. So, thank you so much for your time. Please enjoy the rest of your night. God bless you. Bye. Faith Udo, if you are still hearing me, you can you can come to me personally. And I'm always open for any form of question concerning data analysis anytime. I'm mostly always online. Thank you so much. God bless you all.